The future is now. And the question is, how long are you going to wait? How long are you going to pretend like tomorrow is going to wake up and be different than the one that it was before? How long are you going to wait for that future that doesn't exist in the future but comes up in the present moment? You see, time is not some elusive idea. Time is not waiting for you to show up. Time is already here. Yesterday's already gone. Today is here. And tomorrow is just a reflection of yesterday. So the question you must ask yourself is, how long am I going to wait for my future? How long am I going to pretend like the future is not right now? Do you know that? Do you know your future is right now? Or have you been pretending like the future or your future is some event that is saved for later? Like the now later candies, now or later. You see, now only shows up as now. Later shows up as now. When I see you later, when do I end up seeing you? Right now. So this illusion that we've given ourselves that time is somehow later on. Your future is right now. Your future is right now. And how do you know that? Tell me any other moment other than this one that matters the most. Right now. Right now, the moment after I say this next word, it becomes the future. And guess what? It's still today. Whew. I'm going to say that again. The moment I speak, I'm done speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment I'm done speaking, I've spoken to the future. But my words show up in the present moment. Hmm. So even though you're thinking that tomorrow and later shows up differently, it only shows up as today. Tomorrow only shows up as today, over and over again. And the trick that we play with ourselves is that we are doing the same things every single day and expecting our future to look different. The future is today. And the moment that awakening happens, you can shift your entire world because the future is not later, the future is now. The future is the moment after something has happened. Whew. The moment after, that's the future. The moment I say something after that, that's the future. The present moment is just the future is just disguised. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. If your eyes are open, get your pen and sheet of paper. The future is literally disguised as the present moment. The future is hidden in the present moment. Your mind is tricking you and making you believe that somehow the future is different than the very moment in which you are listening to this audio or watching this video on YouTube. Yeah. Tomorrow shows up as today. Tomorrow. If you're wondering what tomorrow's going to look like, did you take a peek at today? Because it really relieves some of the anxiety that you're giving yourself. You're worried about the same. Wow. Whew, get a little emotional here. People are worried and concerned. People are worried and concerned about the same thing that happened yesterday. The last 5 or 10 years, you've been on repeat and you're concerned about tomorrow. How far off was today from yesterday? Huh. How far away from your life are you from the life you lived yesterday? How far? How many things are so different from yesterday? Because if you can just grasp that for a moment and then ask yourself, well, what about the day before? Was that day any different than the one that was preceding after? What you're going to start to notice when you stop giving yourself anxiety about something that's already happened, your future's already happened. It happened yesterday. Whew. Your future has already happened. It happened yesterday. I don't know if this is still over you guys' head, but I'm going to keep going. You are disguising the future. Your mind is playing it. Listen, right now is the only moment. If you think about the most traumatic moment ever in your life, you know when you'd have to think about it? You can't think about it yesterday. You can't think about it tomorrow. The only time you can think about the most horrific thing that's ever happened is in the present moment. The only time you can bring up the past and have it destroy your life is in the present moment. The only moment you have to bring all your traumatic ish into your life is right now. Your past has nothing to do with you, but you keep bringing it up like it's the old boyfriend, the old girlfriend that you just can't get over. If you want the rest of your life to look different, today's the day. Because here's what we know for sure. If you want to peek at tomorrow, if you want to know what your tomorrow looks like, look at yesterday. Whew. If you want to know what today looks like, look at yesterday. If you want to know what your tomorrow looks like, look at yesterday. If you want to know what your today looks like, look at yesterday. Guess what yesterday was? The present moment that we're in right now. You one is under the illusion that somehow life will miraculously show up differently than I perceive it. Life is only going to show up the way I see it, and the way I see it is how I see it. Your future is now. The reason why one would get frustrated about where you are in your life and how your life is showing up is that you don't even realize that it's Groundhog's Day. You don't even realize that every day you're doing the same exact song and dance routine and you're looking for a way out. You don't even know that you're the way out. You don't even know that it doesn't matter who's inside of the presidency. It doesn't matter who is on the school board. It doesn't matter who's on the PTA meeting. Your life is about how many small changes can I make every single day? Just small, one or two, that in 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, a month from now, my life shows up differently. The problem that we have is that we do absolutely nothing and expect everything to change. I said the problem we have is that we do absolutely nothing to change the circumstances, but we want everything to change. Gerald, I want my life to change. Well, what did you do today that you didn't do yesterday? What do you mean? Huh? I, w- how do you show up differently? How does your life show up differently when you won't show up differently for your life? How is your life supposed to change when nothing in your life changes? You do the same thing every Friday. You go to the same place every Monday. Are you really serious about wanting something else, or you just like to hear yourself talk? I'm asking you guys that are listening to this podcast. How serious are you? Because you are going to be a listen, it doesn't matter if you can fool the rest of the general public. Who you can't fool is yourself. How long are you going to tell everybody that you're tired and yet you're not doing everything you can to change your life? And what I mean by that is, again, every single day, small increment changes. Every single day. Nothing crazy, nothing like, oh my God, my whole life is no. We're talking micro moments, micro aha moments. Um, Here's a good one. Did I go down a new street today? Right? Making the changes now. The future is right now. Your life isn't going to show up differently tomorrow unless today is different. I'm going to say that again. Your life cannot show up differently tomorrow until you do something about it today. This is all you note takers. My life cannot show up differently tomorrow unless I do something about it today. Hmm. Wow. You're going to have to trust what I'm saying until you try it out. You're going to have to believe in me until your faith kicks in. I know you may not believe in yourself because you haven't been practicing this. I know you may not believe that you can do certain things like this, like micromanage your moments of your day to make sure you're doing things that are different from the. Listen, you can't do this, right? You can't do it. It's a conscious effort. It's a conscious effort, and it just practice. I didn't show up like this. I didn't wake up like this. I meditated and I came in like this. No, I did meditate before I started this podcast though. But I said that to say that's where this podcast came from. This episode after and when I was meditating, I was literally thinking, I'm like, people are waiting for something else to happen, and I thought about how many people are asleep at the wheel. How many people are asleep at the wheel of their life for years, and they're frustrated, wondering how did I get so far away from who I am, from what I want? Wondering when did I take the wrong turn or the left turn? When did I become unconscious that my life is on repeat? Whew. When did I become unconscious? When did I become unconscious that my life is on repeat? Follow, like, share, subscribe to this podcast. This is what we need. More information like this. This is what we need. When did I get unconscious? When did I stop noticing that every freaking day I do the same darn thing? Every day. When did I stop noticing? Whew. When did I stop noticing? Wow. And we call that living. How? Wow. Whew. I hope this resonates. I hope you hear this and I hope you understand how powerful today is, right? I hope you share this message, like this message, subscribe, Apple Podcast, YouTube. This is what we need, a global consciousness and awareness. We need to have these conversations about awareness, about becoming unconscious. Am I really tired of doing the same damn thing every single day? When did I stop noticing I'm doing this to myself? I'm waiting on external circumstances to change before I realize that it's me. No one's making me do the same thing. No one's making me go the same place. No one's making me listen to the same stuff that makes me sad and frustrated and disappointed. No one's making us do it. It's the conditioned mind. You've been conditioned to do the same thing and not realize that your life is slowly seeping away. Take your life back today. The future Your future, the future, is now. Namaste to you all. May this message echo in the chambers of your heart. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart pierce your mind and your soul and continue to add value and push you past your wildest dreams. Until next time, namaste.